Lutz across the stripe, looking for Wiggins. Here he comes round in the last corner. Gap this time by going to be 5 seconds. Then it's 3 seconds back to Mayfield, Bornhorst, Drake, and Sousa all on a freight train. Sousa getting it wrong in the 6-pack.
All right, as they head on to the straight there. Bornhorst right behind Mayfield. Trying to slide in through as they head over the Mugen tabletop and through the crosstown. Your leader Lutz heading into the switchbacks in the RC cross.
Yeah, that Wiggins losing a little bit of ground to that freight train that's coming up behind him. Mayfield, Bornhorst, and Drake coming through the Supercross section, only about a second and a half back from Wiggins. Sousa in the 6th spot, trying to catch up to the back end of that group. Then it looks like Mechanic in the 7th spot. Piggott to the 8, Schufelt in the 9, Cotta rounding out the top 10.
As they head through the...
Piggott in the pits. First round of fuel stops starting right around the 6-minute mark. We are at 6:15 down, 8:45 to go. Here comes Ryan Lutz around the last corner across the stripe. Lutz laying down a 35.6 hot lap this last time by.
Watch it by the crossover. Watch it by the crossover.
Wiggins 6.7 back from Lutz. Then it's another 3.2 to Mayfield. Bornhorst, Sousa now getting around Drake. Drake back to the 6. They're each 2 seconds apart and another 2 seconds back to Mechanic. Then it's a 7-second gap back to Schufelt, Cotta, Piggott, and Toick.
Looks like Mayfield taking over the 2 spot there. No.
Where are we? Oh, what happened to Wiggins? Oh, Mayfield in the pit. Mayfield in at 7:10. Bornhorst in.
They're all flipping and flopping. We'll see how they all shuffle out here.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough couple laps to keep scoring up to date here with pit stop cycle happening.
Center. All right, I know we got a bunch of the fuel stops happening. Looks like Lutz, Wiggins, Sousa, Mayfield on the scoring. Well, let's see how that works out here as they come around. Ethan Mechanic in the 7th spot as he heads on to the start straight there. He's heading into the first turn dip and up.
Drake in the pits at the 8:30 mark. Tim Long on the gun. Drake down and away. Through the 6-pack it goes. Right on the back door of Bornhorst. Your leader across the start-finish line now. Wiggins now making up a little ground maybe. Four seconds the gap from Lutz back to Wiggins. Then it's another 5.7 back to Mayfield.
All right, we're going to have to keep an eye on those intervals.
Sousa's 4.8 back from Mayfield. Another 2.5 back.
Wiggins coming up on traffic.
Drake within sight of Bornhorst for the 6th spot.
Second place will be working up. So we got Lutz, Wiggins, Mayfield, Sosa, Bornhorst, Drake, top 6, Mechanic in the 7th spot, Sufelt in the 8, Wade Pickett in the 9, Brian Cotta in the 10, Christian in the 11. All right.
10:30 down, Ed. 14:30 to go. Nitro Truggy A-Main 2024 Mugen Challenge. Lutz in the Kyosho out front. He's about due to come across the stripe now. Here he comes on the front straightaway. Lutz gonna have 3.5 over top of Wiggins that time by. So Wiggins nibbling away at the lead a little bit. Mayfield still holding down a 3 spot. He's 5.7 back from Wiggins. Looking for Bornhorst to cross the stripe next. Bornhorst going to be 9.5 back from Mayfield. Drake right on the back door of Bornhorst, like a 1.5 off. Then Mechanic now to the 6th spot. Sousa back to 7. They're all nose to tail.
They're going right through the RC Supercross and into the rollers now as they head on to the start straight. That's Joe in the yellow and orange. Drake, Mechanic, and Sosa. Here they come down the back straight there. Mechanic all over the back of Drake. It's amazing to watch these guys get through that 6-pack. It's been so tricky all day for so many people.
Yeah, these guys make it look easy. Coming up on halfway. 12:20 down, 12:40 to go. Lutz, Wiggins, Mayfield, Bornhorst, Mechanic now to the top 5. Drake, Sousa, Schufelt, Piggott, Cotta rounding out your top 10.
Lutz coming into the 6-pack now as he heads into the switchbacks and over the RC Supercross.
Piggott in the pits. Second stop for Wade. Mechanic now coming in. Oh, Drake needing some help. Beginning of the straightaway. That's going to let Schufelt by. Drake now dropping from 7 to 8.
Mechanic finding him in that 5th spot with Mark in the 6th spot.
Oh, Lutz in the pit.
And out he goes. Here he goes through the 6-pack.
Bornhorst in the pit. Nice, quick, clean stop for Bornhorst.
We'll see how it all shakes out here.
Yep. As always, I think Drake's on a little bit different pit cycle. He might be trying to shortstop these guys. Might pay off for him a little bit here in the end.
Looks like that battle heating up between Mayfield and Wiggins, though, as they're heading through the through the center section here. Into the rollers. Wiggins got about a couple seconds on Mayfield there. Bornhorst starting to close in on Mark Sosa now as well. Oh, Sosa taps out. Bornhorst going to get by.
Sosa in the pits.
That's going to put Mechanic above him as well. I believe Mechanic was just in a little bit ago for fuel.
Yeah, we gotta wait. We gotta wait till like this, probably 16 and a half, 17-minute mark. See what old Adam Drake's got up his sleeve here. I'm thinking he's going for a two-stop race. Lutz was 6.4 ahead of Wiggins last time by. Lutz coming out of Jconcepts turn onto the front straightaway across the stripe. On lap 27 for Ryan Lutz with 8:40 to go. Wiggins across, 6 seconds back. Mayfield 3.4 back from Wiggins. Bornhorst now just jumping into the crossover corner. So Bornhorst coming across the stripe. He's going to be 13.3 back from Mayfield. Mechanics only 3.6 back to Bornhorst. Oh, and Sousa right on the back door of Mechanic.
That's a tight battle going through the center section and into the rollers there between Mechanic and Sosa.
8.2 back to Drake. Then another 10 back to Schufelt.
Oh, Mechanic getting it wrong. That's going to let Sosa by. Give Joe a little bit of breathing room there. So we got Lutz in 1, Wiggins in 2, Mayfield 3, Bornhorst 4, Mark Sosa 5, Mechanic in 6, Drake 7, Sufelt in the 8th spot, Kata up to the 9, Wade Pickett in the 10, Christian in the 11.
Pickett calling it a day. Tough break for the youngster. Attrition always seems to play a part in these long nitro races. So not only do you got to be fast, you got to have some endurance, durability.
Back with your leader, Ryan Lutz, going through the center section and into the rollers now. Pink nose, blue rear, heading on a start straight. As he heads through the switchbacks.
Oh, Wiggins catching the last jump coming out of the
Mayfield getting by.
Mayfield going to get by. Well, Drake getting by, but Drake's a lap down to those two, or almost.
So Mayfield to the 2, Wiggins to the 3. As that battle heads into the Jconcept wave.
5:40 to go, drivers, 5:40 to go. These guys that had to make that last safety stop like Wiggins. Here he is coming in to top off to make it to the end. So Lutz had 10 seconds over Mayfield last time by. Trying to pick up Lutz on the track, coming up on to the top deck. into the crossover corner. Lutz in for his final stop at the 5 to go mark. Looking for Mayfield. Here he comes. Mayfield going to drive on by, but Lutz getting down and away. I would say probably with a 2.5 to 3 second gap.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. As your leader heading into that first turn, Ryan.
Oh no, somebody going out of the park.
Oh,
that
help
was
over there
Drake.
for turn 2.
Ah. I think heavens and fire stayed lit. Here comes Mayfield across the stripe. He's got the gap down to 4 seconds, but I think Mayfield's got to make a safety stop yet, Ed.
I think so.
We'll find out. Yeah, Bornhorst is in. Sousa was in. Pretty much the whole field except for Drake will have to make a splash and go here.
All right.
Yeah, here comes Mayfield.
He's in.
Yeah. Red
And
on the
out.
gun, down and away. Nice stop for Mayfield.
Wiggins able to
Heads
get
up.
by him.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Mayfield slides right back by Wiggins right there.
That's amazing peripheral vision foresight there by Mayfield, choosing that inside line, dodging the traffic.
Here they go into the start straight.
Lutz crossing the stripe. 3:10 to go.
Wiggins not letting him out of his sight. Keeping him right there with him.
Heads
Watch
up
it
on
out.
that six-pack.
Mayfield touching a tire on a flipped over car. That puts Wiggins back in the 2 spot. Same exact spot. Mayfield was able to get by Wiggins.
.220 to go, drivers. 2:20 to go. Lutz, Wiggins, Mayfield, Bornhorst, Mechanic, your top 5. Drake, Sousa, Schufelt, Cotta, and Toic. Sousa leaving the stand. Wow, tough break for the Canadian. He was
All right.
running in the 7 spot.
All right, so that's going to leave us with Lutz, Wiggins, Mayfield, Bornhorst, Mechanic, top 5, Drake in the 6th spot. Wiggins able to open up a little bit of a gap over top of Mayfield.
Minute and a half to go, drivers. Minute and a half to go. Lutz seemingly having it in the bag.
Oh, Mechanic calling it quits in that 5th spot. That's going to let Adam move up into the 5 spot now.
Wow. Drake making his way back onto the podium. .45 seconds to go. Lutz already by. Here comes Wiggins. Wiggins 11 and a half back. Here comes Mayfield. Another 5.2 back to Ryan. Now we're looking for Bornhorst, who is currently upside. Oh, no, not Joe. I saw the yellow wheels and wing. But Here comes Bornhorst. He's going to be in the 4 spot. 17 seconds back from Mayfield. Now we're looking for Drake.
Drake coming over the crossover.
Race to the line. Wiggins going to take home the 2 spot. Mayfield 3. Drake going to finish up 5th.
Mayfield.
Lutz out on a lap of his own. Schufout going to take home 6th. Cotta 7. Here comes Bornhorst to seal the deal for 4th. Lutz taking the win. Congratulations. Mechanic going to end up 8th. Sousa 9. Toeth 10.
All drivers are finished.
Ryan Lutz to the Jconcepts interview station, please.
Ryan, that was amazing. We missed you the last time, but did you start? Make sure you hit start, Toby. We missed you last time, but you won E-Truggy and now Nitro Truggy. Tell us about the track out there.
It's challenging, you know. We're hitting these little potholes or bumps or that triple in the front. It can all be tricky if you don't get that timing just perfect. So really having your lines perfect is really paramount. So people were making more mistakes than I was expecting, especially at the beginning of that race.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of bobbles. We're seeing a lot of upside down moments and things. You know, at the beginning of the race, I'm like, wow, this doesn't look like Ryan Lutz, because usually you don't make mistakes, especially right off the bat, and you can tell that it's challenging to you out there.
Yeah, and I'm running the AKA Scribble tire. Absolutely amazing in the groove, but if you're out of it a little bit, you know, there's a lot of dust out here this weekend, and that can make it really tricky to keep and hold your line. So just trying to figure out where all my break points were and everything, so I wasn't getting out of line, was important. And it took a couple laps, but once we got it, it stayed pretty clean.
Yeah, after a couple laps, you look like Ryan Lutz again. Everyone calls you the nicest guy in RC for a reason, so it's always nice to see you do so well, so congratulations.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Jason, just pick whatever one you want. Just pick whatever one you want. I wouldn't pick that one if I were you, but that's your deal.
Jason's already friendly to first cone out there, so let me get a couple volunteers. I need one for cone 5, one for cone 11, 3, 2. All right, help me out, fellas. Who wants to volunteer and jump out there for me, get this show rolling? I need some help. I need some help.
We're going to move, I actually want to take Heckert's cone and move it up where Cotta's at, because if someone's where Cotta's at, we really don't need Heckert's spot. So you two figure it out. One of you go out in the middle. I don't care. The Bishop's going, never mind. You can go back where you were. We got it covered. Roll them out, drivers. Roll them out. Track is live for hot laps.
Tim Powers.
This is your 2-minute warm-up for intermediate 8-scale nitro buggy at the 2024 Mugen Challenge at LCRC Raceway, Oakland Mills, Pennsylvania. Heads up by the crossover. Heads up by the crossover. Watch your head, Marshall.
Ryan Mark Roderick. Maddie Long. Castro.
Watching it.
Start straightaway is closed. Go to the grid. Cars to the grid. No check from Zach Kropp. Zach, are you out there?
Got to check.
Huh?
Got to check.
Got to check. Oh, just like that. Ask and doubt, shout, receive. Zach, are you giving up? Are you giving? All right. Got a tire change going down on pit road.
Here at LCRCRaceway.com, we want to earn your next RC order. We're proud to offer a huge variety of RC parts and accessories that you, the racer, want and need. We know because we race too. So we offer the parts we would want to see if we were shopping in a hobby shop. So check out what we have in stock on LCRCRaceway.com and experience the personal touch of fast shipping from people who care and appreciate every order.
In the 7, Scott. In the 6, Mark. Starting in the 5 spot, Travis Jones. In the 4, Matty Long. In the 3, Nate Bentley. In the 2, and your TQ, Chuck Bird.
All right. Chuck on a tear. Check him in, Shane. Fill him up, fill him up, fill him up. Clean him out, clean him out, clean him out. Down and quiet. Nice and clean down through the dip. Drivers, nice and clean through the dip. Good start, good start. Berg leading him around. Bentley in the 2. Long 3. Broderick 4. Jones, Belcastro, Beckholt, Roxbury, Powers, and Pierre rounding out the top 10.
Watch after the Flashpoint step up. Clear. Looks like Long got it wrong.
Oh,
Watch it after the Super Cup.
lots going on at the end of the Supercross.
Berg getting away clean, though, as he is heading into the Jconcept wave there. Nate. Oh, watch it. Watch it by the crossover. Watch it by the crossover. Clear.
Watch it in the 6-pack. 6-pack's a minefield. Caution in the 6-pack.
All right, after that
All
first
clear.
lap, Scott ended up in the 2nd spot. Brian up in the 3. Matty in 4. Mark in 5.
Wow, Berg checking out. Coming across the stripe, Chuck Berg, your leader after 3 laps. He is already 5.7 seconds out. It's another second back. Yeah, easy for me to
Chuck
say.
Berg having his first mistake there. That's going to let the field tighten up a little bit.
Oh, Berg.
After the Supercross. Watch it after the Supercross.
So Beckholt getting around Berg for the lead. Belcastro getting it wrong over and over, but still hold on to 3rd. Looks like Matty Long going to now be in the 4 spot. Jones rounding out the top 5. 2:20 down, 2:40 to, or 22:40 to go. Jconcepts corner is busy. Lots going on over there.
Tim Powers having trouble getting through the six-pack there. He gets it correct and back on his way.
Berg now back out front with a 4.2 second lead. Showed us how to get it done earlier. Doing it again. Beckholt in the 2 spot. He's 4.2 back from Berg. Then it's another 4 back to Belcastro.
I'm pretty sure Berg stretched it out a little bit more this time by. He crosses the line.
There goes Berg by at the 340 mark. Here comes Beckholt. 8 seconds the gap that time by. Belcastro now making up a little ground on Beckholt.
Oh, Beckholt with trouble. That's going to put Castro right there with him. Those two heading on to the start straight now. Oh, one of them blows out. I think that's Castro getting by him. Belcastro getting by him. So that's going to put Belcastro up in the 2 spot. I do believe this is Maddie Long on the back of Brian now.
Yep, sure is.
She had a rough first lap, but getting back to work. Maddie making a jump over in the Supercross section. Maddie gonna end up, oh, they're all shuffling out as they go up down the start straight.
Get some. Just under 20 minutes to go, drivers. Just under 20 to go. Berg already across the stripe, looking for Belcastro. But it's Beckholt now, back up to the 2 spot. 17 seconds back from Berg. Matty Long to the 3, Belcastro back to the 4. Nice little freight train from 2nd through 4th going on right there. Trying to pick that up on the track over on the left-hand side, going down to start straightaway. Beckholt having some trouble in the sweeper. Matty Long now going to make up some ground. Coming up out of the dip onto the top deck. Beckholt into the crossover corner. Cross the stripe. 17.4 the gap from Berg back to Beckholt. Long's only 1.5 back behind Beckholt. Then it's another 5 back to Belcastro, and Bentley is 3.3 back from Belcastro to round out the top 5. Jones, Roxbury, Staub, Powers, Broderick, your top 10. 6:20 down, 18:40 to go. Maddie Long in for her first stop. Belcastro in as well. Scott Heckert on the gun. Your leader, Chuck Berg, getting ready to hit the Supercross section. Coming up on the lap car of somebody. Berg across the crossover jump. This should be making a pit stop any lap. Oh, I know. I guess he probably already did. I must have missed that one. Yeah. 2 laps to go. Roxbury in for fuel. Tim Powers in for fuel. Eight, 10 down, 16:50 to go. Berg had a whopping 25 seconds over Matty Long last time by. Here comes Berg now. Let's check the gap in a half a minute or so. Whew. 8:45 down now. Nice catch. Nice job, Victor. On the run. Berg in for fuel. Colbert on the gun. Down and away. Coming up on 10 down, 15 to go. Berg, Long, Bentley, Belcastro, and Beckholt, your top 5. Berg had 27.2 over Long last time by. Hot lap of the race going to Berg at a 37.7. No one else in the 37 in this race. Oh. Heads up in the middle of the front straightaway. Heads up in the middle of the front straightaway. J-Mac with some fancy footwork. You are one lucky dude that you can jump like that. Whew, that was a close one.
Chuck Berg in that top spot. Matty Long into Nate Bentley in the 3 spot. Scott in the 4. Watch it after the Flashpoint. Step up. Clear. All right, we got Chuck Berg in the 1 spot, Matty Long in the 2, Scott in the 3, Brian in the 4, Chad 5, Nate Bentley in the 6, Tim Powers in the 7, Travis Jones taking over the 7. Tim Powers coming by in the 8, Jack Mulligan in the 9, Roxbury in the 10, Mark in the 11, Cash in the 12. Watch it coming out of Supercross, clear. $12.40 to go. Chuck Berg, your leader. He's in that multicolor pink, yellow, white. Heading into this RC Super Cross now. Through the rollers he goes and onto the front stretch. Maddie in for fuel and back out. With 12 minutes remaining in this one. Scott in for fuel as well. Oh, flame out on pit lane. They're trying to get it refired. Back out he goes. Great mechanic work there. He knew to hold that car just that split second just to make sure. Brian in the 3 spot. $11 to go. 11 minutes to go. Chuck Berg in the 1 spot. Matty Long in 2. Brian in 3. Scott in the 4 spot. Chad in the 5. Travis Jones in the 7. Tim Powers in the 8. Maddie Long coming through the RC Super Cross now and into the roller. She's got that pink nose, blue body, white wing. Heading through the start straight into the first dip. Through Crosstown she flies into the Jconcept wave. She's got about a 13-second lead over Brian Burkholt in 3rd spot. Chuck Bird crossing the line as he heads into the 6-pack. He's got the pink, yellow, and white wing there as he heads into the RC Supercross. Last time by, he's on a lap of his own. Tim Powers and Chad, 6 and 7. They're in a little bit of a battle for the 6 and 7 spot. And the battle heating up for the 3 and 4 spot, Scott and Brian. Battle for 3 and 4 heading out there onto the start straight. Tim Powers in for fuel now. Scott in that 3 spot. Brian right behind him as they head through the 6-pack. Oh, Brian taps out. Gets it corrected and back on his way. Watch it right here down front. Watch it down front. With 6:30 left to go, it's Chuck Berg in the 1 spot. Matty Long into Scott in the 3 spot. Brian in 4, Nate Bentley in the 5 spot. Chad in the 6. Tim Powers and Roxbury 7 and 8 battling it out. There's only 1.5 seconds separating them. Jack Mulligan in the 9 spot. Travis Jones in the 10. Mark in the 11. And Cash in the 12. .545 left to go. Maddie Long in for her last fuel stop. Oh, we thought we had a bit of little trouble there, but able to get it going again. Watching the 6-pack. Five minutes to go. Chuck Berg, your leader, coming through the 6-pack now. Maddie Long in that 2 spot. She's heading into the RC Supercross. Slides through. About 30 seconds back is Scott in the 3 spot. Scott coming across start finish now. Brian in the 4 spot. He's a little bit back from Scott. Watch ahead. Oh, Scott with the issue as he rolled it coming out of the rollers there. That's going to let Brian by. That's going to be a battle for position as they are heading across town and into the Jconcepts wave. That's going to be Scott for 3, Brian for 4. It's going to change up as they cross by this time. Brian takes over the 3 spot. Scott in 4. Just under 3 minutes left to go. Behind you, Marshall. Roxbury starting to close in on Chad. Roxbury makes the move. That's going to put Roxbury in the 7th spot. Chad down to 8.
There will be a brief 5-minute break before the start of the next main. Brief 5-minute break before the start of the next main.
2 minutes to go in this one. Chuck Berg, your leader. Scott moving back up into the 3 spot. Brian back down to 4. Looks like they have a lap car in between them. Oh, watch it in a Supercross. Marshall. Rooster's got it. Thank you. Good heads up play, Rooster. One minute to go. 1 minute to go. Watch the Flashpoint step up clear. Watch it in a 6-pack. Oh, we got a flame out late in the race. 30 seconds left to go. That is time. Race to the line. Travis Jones going to come by in the 10 spot. Nate Bentley coming by in the 5. Cash in the 12. Roxbury in the 7. Matty Long taking the 2 spot. Scott in the 3. Jack Mulligan in the 8. Tim Powers in the 6. Chad in the 9. And that's a race. Chuck, if you can make your way over to the booth.
Where do you want us?
Ready? Okay. I'm down here with Chuck Berg, and you just, whipped up on those guys out there. Did you feel guilty a little bit about how great you did?
No, I just drove smart. Running a couple different classes gives you a little more knowledge in each race, and the track was kind of blowing apart. And coming on the straightaway was probably the hardest part. So I just went really slow, and I think that's between that and the triple. That's where I kind of got all my gap
How
from.
many classes did you run this weekend?
40 plus, expert truck, and intermediate.
I feel like I've been watching you all day long.
I feel like I've been running all day long.
You bumped too. That gave you an extra
Oh yeah,
run.
I was in the B and truck, and I bumped up from that. So
that makes a little bit extra time on the track, which has worked out for you.
100%.
You looked really good out there. What kind of tires you running?
Jconcept Blue Reflex.
How'd they work?
Amazing. All Jconcept products are amazing. Ran 8.2s in truck and blues and buggy.
It looked really good out there. I know it's a dusty surface today. Got a little hotter than we expected for the weekend, but you're still being able to hook up out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dust, but there's also a lot of traction. So it's like the most traction you can have, and then if you get in the dust, you're like driving on ice, so you just got to be smart.
Well, congratulations on another great finish for the weekend.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, marshals, you need to be making your way toward the track. Marshals to the track. We're about 4 turns away from having the track surface ready to go. Lonzo, you guys might want a heads up when he comes around that corner. He's trying to take it easy, but it goes everywhere.
Are you looking to take your ride-on car to the next level? Ride-on cars are fun and look good, but they're just too slow. MLToys makes it easy with plug-and-play modifications like motors, speed and brake controls, advanced gearing options, 4-point safety harnesses, and lighting upgrades like emergency lights, underglow kits, and headlights. MLToys is the one-stop shop to make your ride-on car the coolest ride-on car in the neighborhood.
Hey, Cash, why don't you switch with this young fella right here, will you? I need one more on the right and one more on the left. I got Rooster out there on the right. I need one more on the left to the 11 cone. I need one more on the 11 cone to the left before we can release the cars. Need one more marshal. Oh, there we go. Thank you, sir. Track's open. Roll them out. Eight scale Nitro Buggy Expert A-Main 2024 Mugen Challenge at LCRC Raceway.
What's up, top fellas? Thank you.
Brought to you by Mugen, Flashpoint, and Jconcepts. Yep. Cash, can you get the kid at cone 12 to stand at the cone? I need him to stand at the cone. I'll handle it as soon as we break here. Having a couple last-minute tire changes here. We'll give them just about 2 more laps to warm up. Need help in the dip. Help in the dip. Cars to the grid. Start straightaway is closed. Cars to the grid. Cars to the grid. Sousa needs some body help. Cash, help him out. His body's jacked up there. There you go. Cars to the grid. Cars to the grid. Start straightaway is closed. Watch it in the Supercross section. Watch it in the Supercross section. Joe, be careful. Rooster, I need you to come over here to 12 and switch to this kid, will you? Cash, send your buddy over there to the corner. Come over here in the middle of the track. No, send him. The guy you traded with last time, send him over there to where Rooster's at. We're looking for... Will do. Here we go. Your starting lineup for the 2024 Mugen Challenge Expert Nitro Buggy 30-minute A-Main.
Starting in the 13th spot is Jason Scheffler, Douglas Hufelt in the 12th spot, Jace Lemieux in the 11th spot, Mark Sosa in the 10th spot, Spencer Ecker in the 9th, Joe Bornhorst in the 8th, Adam Drake in the 7th, Jared Wiggins in the 6th spot, Joey Bourdon in the 5th spot, Drayton Staub in the 4th spot, Ethan Mechanic in the 3, Ryan Lutz in the 2, and your TQ, Ryan Mayfield.
Here we go, drivers. Checking them in. Fuel them up, fuel them up. Clean them out, clean them out. Down and quiet.
And
Nice.
we're off.
Nice and clean down through the dip. I like it. Nice clean start.
Mayfield leading them around. Lutz in the 2 spot.
Mechanic taking a look to the inside. He's going to open the door too far. He's going to have a back door full of Staub. What a freight train coming through the rollers. Mayfield up onto the top deck. Lutz, Mechanic, Staub, Bourdon, Wiggins now looking to the inside of Joey. Drake, Bornhorst, Sousa, Heckert. Oh, somebody, Wiggins getting it wrong.
Bornor's having trouble as well. Oh, Joey with a rollover.
Oh, melee coming out of the 6. Everybody getting self-righted. Kind of separating the pack into 2 groups now. Mayfield, Lutz, Mechanic.
Scheffler
Staub
having
out
trouble
front.
in the Supercross there. Gets it corrected, back on his way. Your leaders coming through the Jconcepts waves into the front stretch. It's Mayfield in the all-white. Lutz in the pink with the blue rear. Mechanic in the 3 spot. Staub in the 4. They're trying to separate out. Top 4 looking to get away.
Drake up to the 5 spot from the 7 starting position.
All Mechanic giving up the 3rd spot. Letting Staub take it over.
Oh, Lutz all over the back end of Mayfield coming out of the Jconcepts turn. Coming in the 6-pack bumper to bumper. Out of Supercross, into the rollers they go. Looks like Mechanic getting back around Staub, but oh, giving it right back. Staub now taking back over that 3 spot from Mechanic. Then it's a little ways back to Drake in the 5 spot. Wiggins 6, Bornhorst 7. I believe that's Lemieux in the 8 spot.
Yes, as Chase in that 8 spot. Then back just a little bit. It's Mark Sosa, Joey Bourdon, Schulfeld, Eckert, and Scheffler rounding out the field. It's a long race, though. 30-minute main. Top 2 heading through the switchbacks now. Mayfield in the white. Lutz right there behind them. Lutz closing in at the end of the Supercross there. Top two heading over the crossover.
Oh, little contact coming on the straightaway. Drayton, Wiggins, Bornhorst, and oh, that's Mechanic. So Mayfield and Lutz now kind of checking out a little bit. Second, third,
Watch
fourth,
it going
fifth.
on a start straight. Wiggins having a little trouble there.
Oh, somebody getting upside down, going down into the dip. Oh, tough place. Staub getting back on his wheels.
That's how
Costly.
leaves Bornhorst in the third spot. Mechanic in for Wiggins in the 5 spot. Drake in the 6. Bourdon in the 7. Chase in the 8.
Sousa, Schufelt, Heckert. And Staub now. Rough laps for Drayton.
Mayfield opening a 2.5 second lead over top of Lutz. Oh, Bornhorst with trouble. That's going to put Mechanic back in the 3 spot now. It's 12 seconds back to third place Mechanic. And Mechanic with a freight train behind him.
Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and almost 10th. All in a bumper-to-bumper freight train coming on the start straightaway. Mechanic, Bornhorst, Wiggins, Drake, Bourdon, Lemieux,
Mechanic
Sousa.
tapping out. That's going to put Bornhorst back in the 3 spot. Wiggins up to 4 now. Drake in the 5.
Wiggins in for fuel already. Yeah, we're at the 6-minute mark, Ed. So much going on, I can't even pay attention to the clock. You got...
Oh, Chase tapping out there. He's able to recover quickly, though.
Wow, Mechanic going from 3rd to 10th. He's got a little work to do. Lutz, 2nd place, in for fuel. He is down and away. Picking up Mayfield on the track. Dropping down into the dip. Up onto the top deck.
Watch cross start finish. Watch cross start finish. Leader coming through. Watch that nail popped out.
Navoso, can you go out and pull that nail out that they were hung up on when you get a chance? Somebody help Drake out. Just pull it out, Matt. Thank you.
Mayfield coming in for fuel.
Red on the gun. And down and away. Staub in and out.
That puts Lutz right on Mayfield's back bumper.
And Lutz pitted already as well.
Yeah,
so.
they both pitted, so that should be an actual race right there for the lead as they're coming into the first turn dip. Mugen tabletop cross town. That's the lead battle. Coming up on Mechanic. Oh, Mayfield getting it loose. Lutz getting by.
Wow. Lutz to the point. Mayfield back to the 2. Then it's a long ways back. to Bornhorst in the 3 spot. Wiggins in the 4. Drake 5. Lemieux 6. Drake coming in the pits. Tim on the gun. Down and away goes Drake.
Top 2 heading out of the Jconcepts wave into the front stretch here. Separated by only a couple feet.
Mayfield all over the back door of Lutz, coming down the start straightaway.
Watch it coming through the crosstown. Good driving.
Across the stripe. Lutz, Mayfield. Mayfield with hot lap of the race so far to 36.12. Lutz's hot lap 36.19.
As they head through the Supercross into the rollers and onto the start straight.
It's 20 seconds from Mayfield back to Bornhorst in the 3 spot. Wiggins right on Bornhorst back bumper. Then it's Heckert, Lemieux, Sosa, and Drake. Bourdon now taking the 8 spot away from Drake.
That's a tight battle there as they head into the switchback. Bourdon, Drake right behind them. Wiggins.
Wiggins and Bornhorst. Jared knows he got into him. He's going to give it back when Joe catches up to him. There you go. That's what I like to see.
Awesome sportsmanship from those two.
You bet.
It helps when you race against each other all the time as well.
Yeah, roger that.
The air filter come off and stuck in the dirt.
Oh, both of them two-wheeling. Wiggins still self-righting, but getting the worst end of it time-wise. Going to give Bornhorst a little bit of breathing room now. Wiggins has a rear view mirror full of Heckert, Lemieux, and Sousa.
Lutz able to open up a little bit of a lead over top of Mayfield there. Drake in between them.
Oh, wow, what a battle. Wiggins, Heckert, Lemieux, and Sousa coming through the Supercross section, swapping positions left and right.
As they head onto the start straight now. Heckert going up to the front. Wiggins in the second car in that battle. Chase right there with him.
Bornhorst kind of out all on his own in the 3rd position. Coming out of the 6-pack now. Heckert, Wiggins, Lemieux, Sousa.
Heckert in the 4, Wiggins in the 5. Looks like Wiggins having issues there. They're still battling out, though. He's able to hang on to that group.
Schufelt in for a fuel stop.
Looks like Wiggins in for fuel.
Oh, Lutz in
Roxbury on
the
again.
pits.
She gets him out quick.
We are at the 13-minute mark. 13 down, 17 to go. Mayfield or Lutz, Mayfield, Bornhorst, Heckert, Sousa, your top 5. Lemieux, Wiggins, Bourdon, Drake, Mechanic, your top 10.
I want to say last time Mayfield pitted 2 laps behind Lutz. Let's see how it works out this time.
Pit strategy could play in.
He's staying out. That's 1.
Mechanic in.
Warnhorse in that 3 spot, got his own piece of track.
Yeah, really
Kind of all by himself.
Yeah. Lemieux, oh, actually, I guess Wiggins is, oh no, that's Schufelt, sorry.
Yeah, Lemieux will be behind him, but he's that red and white heading on the start straight now.
Yeah, lap car, Schufelt coming up on the top deck ahead of Lemieux. Then it's Heckert, Sousa, and Bourdon. Wiggins kind of dropping back from that pack. He's got the 2 lead cars in between them. Mayfield out
Let's see
front.
how this works.
Staying out. Mayfield is staying out.
All right. Lutz keeping him within reason, though. Heckert in between them now. As your leader, Mayfield, heading on to the start straight.
Heckert, that's second place behind you, I'm sure you know. Uh-oh, Scheffler with a flame out.
Oh, Scheffler.
Hold it high, hold it high. Hold it high. Thank you. Oh no.
Mayfield in for fuel.
Third place car, Bornhorst walking off the stand.
Oh.
Tough break for Joe. That's going to shift things just a little bit.
Well, I believe we have Lutz back up to the point here as he comes over the Supercross.
Oh, yeah.
Drew the Jconcept wave there.
Mayfield must have pitted when we were watching.
That's what I was thinking.
Something else, yeah.
But Mayfield's got a gang of cars between him and Lutz right this second.
Yeah, that on-track battle with Heckert, Wiggins, Sousa is in between the lead battle with Lutz and Mayfield.
I'm sure these guys will work it out as they get there.
Maybe I got a golden goose motor, man.
Mayfield in the all-white. Getting by Sousa. Coming up on the back end of Wiggins.
I had one bad, but the first one I got was bad. And then the second one I got.
Lutz now clearing that main group. We'll see how fast Mayfield can get through the traffic. Wiggins giving way.
Chasing though. He's in the front of that battle. He's up into the 3rd spot now.
You know, they're all battling for position amongst themselves, so it's a tough call to make if you... Oh, Mayfield dodging a bullet right there. Mayfield now clear tracks to Lutz. That's going to make...
Wiggins up into the 3 spot now.
I was going to say, Wiggins to the 3. Lemieux, Sousa, Heckert, your top 6. Bourdon now ahead of Drake. Drake in the 8. Mechanic coming by in the 9. The lead battle tightening up a little bit, coming out of the Jconcepts turn. Lutz and Mayfield crossing the stripe. 17:45 down, 12:15 to go.
Less than a second separating those top 2. They head into the Supercross.
Oh, Sousa getting it wrong, coming out of the 6. That's going to drop him a couple spots.
Mayfield able to catch up on the back of Lutz coming through that start straight.
Oh, Lutz in for fuel.
Mayfield going to take back over the top spot now. Chase back in the 3 spot. Wiggins back in the 3 spot now. Chase down to 4.
Pit strategy actually could have an effect on the outcome of this race, Ed. I think at this point, Mayfield should be one less stop than Lutz, which with them running, so close together the whole race, I think that pit strategy thing, that's going to be a big deal here at the end.
Hey, if I remember last year's race came down to pit strategy as well.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Wiggins in and out. So that's going to put Lemieux to the 3 spot. Heckert 4, Sousa 5, Wiggins 6, Drake 7, Bourdon 8, Mechanic 9. Drayton Staub, round out your top 10. Oh, Drayton Staub out. So your front two out on the lap of their own, Mayfield and Lutz, coming up on 10 minutes to go. We're 2/3 of the way through this thing, Ed.
Still with a battle between Chase, Spencer, Sosa, Wiggins right there as well.
Mayfield makes that triple in the 6-pack look so easy. Wow. Through the Supercross section they go. Separation last time by was 4.4. Mayfield back to Lutz. Question is that enough of a gap for Mayfield to make a pit stop and still maintain the lead? I'm going to guess they're trying to run it out to almost the 8-minute mark. I wasn't writing it down or doing the math, but I think that's what they're going for.
Mayfield seems to have a different line coming on to the start straight. When he goes a little wider than everybody else, seems to work it out well. Throwing as he heads through the rollers.
I think about Mark. He's running AKA. He's making him work.
8:40 to go. 8:40 to go. Mayfield staying out. I'm telling you, Ed, he's going to try and make that last 8 or 8:30 stop. Let's see if he can make it to the end.
Chase coming by in that 3 spot. He's able to. He's opened up about a second gap over top of Spencer Hector there. Watching the Flashpoint step up.
There is a massive hole forming over there in the sweeper on the start straightaway. I see it eating cars up left and right. Mayfield in at the 8-minute mark. Lutz going by, but Lutz is going to have to make at least one more stop. Mayfield getting it wrong, coming out of 6. Come on, Cash, get him. That might have just given Lutz the cushion that he needs. Lutz now dropping down into the dip. Mayfield just coming out of the rollers.
Let's see how it works out here.
You know he's going to drive the wheels off of that thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Lutz across the line. Mayfield now coming up on the back of Lemieux. Lemieux coming in for fuel. Mayfield across the line. 9 seconds the gap from Lutz back to Mayfield.
Mayfield with the open track ahead of him, though.
I'm pretty sure Lutz's fuel guy can make that happen.
Lutz coming over the crossover into the Jconcepts wave.
Lutz across the line. Mayfield over in the Jconcepts turn.
Real question, is he gaining?
Still 9.3, Ed. I don't know.
All right.
That's tough. Wiggins, Lemieux, Drake now up to the 5 spot. Sousa back to 6. Heckert to the 6. Sousa to 7. Bourdon. And Mechanic.
All right.
Schreffler now making his way up into the top 10.
We're just about to hit the 6-minute mark.
There comes Lutz across the strike. Mayfield dropping in to the crossover section. 10.7 the gap that time by. Lutz stretching it out. We're down to 5:50 to go. Lutz should be coming in any time, I would assume.
I'm going to say he's going to have to come in this lap or next.
Yeah, I know he pitted the first time around the 6-minute mark. So, yep, here he comes.
Here he comes.
Lutz in.
Mayfield coming around Jconcept wave.
Lutz with an excellent pit stop. Wiggins in for his final stop. Drake coming in for a stop.
Everybody want to make sure they make that last 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Drake had worked his way up to the 4 spot there before that pit stop. Anxious to see how that plays out. Lutz coming around, crossing the stripe. 4:45 to go. Here comes Mayfield. 4.3 the gap. Mayfield has his head down.
Drake with trouble here in the center. Gets it corrected. Oh, no, that wasn't.
No, that was the mechanic. Drake now dropping down to the 6 after his last pit stop. Wiggins is already pitted. I don't know if Lemieux has been in yet or not.
Lutz opened up a little more of a gap on
Oh, he sure did. 10.6 now the gap to Mayfield. Under 4 minutes to go. Lemieux in a solid third. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Wiggins right on the back door. Lemieux last time by. Drake right there with Heckert looking to get into the top 5. Heckert getting it wrong. Drake checking up.
Drake able to get by on the inside as they head into the start straight.
Drake now. Oh, Drake rolling over to the bottom of the dip. Sousa getting by. Drake trying to drive it right back in. Heckert getting by. Nose to tail. Everybody jamming up. Drake coming out on top of that battle. Drake gonna come by with 2:15 to go. 5th, Sousa 6, Heckert 7, Bourdon 8. All nose to tail.
Wiggins right there on the back door of Chase as they head onto the start straight. Chase Lemieux in that red and white. Wiggins in the orange and white as they head into the first dip and across town.
.240 to go. 2:40 to go. Drake still holding on to that 5 spot. Heckert 6. Bourdon now up to the 7. Sousa back to 8. Lutz across the line.
Oh, we got major trouble going on a start straight there. I believe that let Bourdon take over 2 spots there.
Yeah, Drake losing a couple spots. I didn't see what happened. Hoping it was clean.
That puts Sosa on the podium. Bourdon on the outside looking in, but he's right there on the back of Mark Sosa.
1:45 to go. Lutz out front. It was 12.5 back to Mayfield last time by. Mayfield now coming around the last turn, crossing the stripe as well. Knocked a couple tenths off Ed, but he's still 12 seconds back with 1:30 to go.
Watching this battle for the last podium
Oh no,
spot.
Drake upside down the dip again.
Coming across start finish there.
I'll be interested to see what his tires look like, because he's still trying to throw.
Sousa now finding himself in the top 5. Bordon 6, Heckert 7, Drake 8. Mechanic and Schreffler, your top 10.
Bourdon trying to make a move the outside of Sosa. Couldn't quite make it happen there. Here they come across this strike. Bourdon looking the inside.
$20 seconds to go.
Oh, Bourdon with trouble going on his
Heads
start
up the
straight.
dip. Brewster behind you. Brewster behind you.
you. Bourdon with trouble over there at the end.
That puts Sousa up to the 5 spot. Finish the lap you're on. Race to the line. Lutz going to take the win. Heckert going to come home in the 6th spot. Drake in the 7th. Here comes Mayfield to finish up 2nd.
Chase in the 3 spot. Wiggins in the 4.
Impressive drive from Lemieux coming from the 11 to the 3.
Mark Sosa finishing on the podium. One more finishing up here. And that's your race.
That is a race. Wow.
Okay, Ryan, thank you so much. Congratulations. I feel like we just talked because we just talked, and now you're back again. Tell us about how the track's shaping up now.
About the same. They blew it off, so we had a clean start, but then it gets dusty pretty quick. So same thing, you just really had to hold that line. I think I was a little soft on shock oil, maybe a touch soft on the, should have gone with medium long wear. I went with soft long wear. They were good. I'll be curious to try maybe afterwards if I can try medium long wear just to see if that would have been better. Everything was a little soft, a little dumpy, but you know, the car was still fast, and Mayfield made a couple mistakes, and I was able to capitalize and take the win.
Yeah, there were some cat and mouse games going on earlier on. It was fun to watch. You guys would reel in. It was close. It was tight battles, but every single time you just got enough room. Your pit stop seemed to be working out, and then you would just space it out. Did you feel like you were calm? Did you feel comfortable out there in the lead? About
Mid-race, after my second stop, I think, he started to be a little bit further ahead, and he was catching me before my second stop. I'm like, uh-oh, his tires came in or something. He found some pace. But then after my stop, I was in my gap, and I started catching him back. I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I was able to come back.
I'm sure you probably didn't see it, but there at the end, he got upside down over in the start stretch, and the marshals didn't see him right away. So like that little bit of a couple seconds he was gaining on you, he lost. But was there a special fuel game you were playing? I felt like you had some of them that were a little closer together as far as pit stops than I expected. What was your game there?
No, nothing special. You know, I have new pit guys at these races sometimes, and I just try to keep it easy. I mean, if I was trying to stretch it, I'd barely be able to make 730. Then I got to be kind of careful on my throttle inputs. I'd rather just hammer down, do the best I can, and then just come in at 6. They don't have to worry about having it perfectly full. And so I have to do an extra stop. I had to make that up on the track, but luckily I was able to do so.
That speaks a lot to your confidence that you feel like you can even just, an extra stop, no big deal.
No, I don't want to, obviously. It'd be amazing to have more mileage, but my finger doesn't allow it sometimes.
Well, you did a great job. You got it all figured out. Congratulations, and thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good job.
More, actually. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Kirk. Yeah, we need one in the middle at the 5. I need somebody over on the far left at the 11 yet. Thank you. I need one on the far left, Derek, over at the 11, if you would.
Thank you, Derek.
All right. Well, we got marshals, we got cars, and we got drivers. Ed, what do you say we give them a hot lap?
Send it.
Roll them out, drivers.
Nate Bentley. Bloom. Carl Gerigano. Cody Bryant. Blaze Malinowski. Mark Henry. Scott Bell Castro. Jack Mulligan. Will Alameda. Travis Jones. Maddie Long.
Start straightaway is closed. Cars to the grid. I know the grid is basically gone, but let's do the best we can. Cars to the grid. Straightaway is closed.
Has Van made it out yet? Van,
no
are you out
check
there?
from Van. No check from Van. Is he coming? Is Van coming? Kendall, is Van coming? Okay. Any luck, Gavin? All right. Grid right. Marshals, look alive. Drivers, on the tone. Nice and easy through the dip. Nice and easy through the dip. There we go.
Maddie Long leading them around. As she comes across start finish. Will in the 2 spot. Maddie in that pink and blue white wing. Maddie trying to get some separation on this first lap. She's able to open up a good gap between her and the rest of the field as she heads across town. Will in the 2 spot. Mark Henry in the 3. Travis Jones in the 4. Blaze in the 5. Watch it in a 6-pack. Looks like Blaze going to move up into the 3 spot now. Will in that 2. Maddie able to open up a 6-second lead over top of Will. Then it's 2.1 seconds back to Blaze. Cody Bryan up to that 4 spot now. Nate Bentley in the 5. Mark Henry in the 6. Travis Jones in the 7. Carl in the 8. Jack Mulligan in the 9. Greg Vucina in the 10. And Gloop in the 11. Top three pretty spread out, but we got a tight battle shaping up there in the back of the top 5 for those last 2 podium spots. Blaze coming by in the 3 spot. Cody Bryant in the 4, Nate Bentley in the 5. They're separated by less than a second and a half. Oh, Cody Bryant going up into the 3 spot now. Blaze down to the 5. It's going to be Cody Bryant in the 3, Nate Bentley in the 4. Help on top, help on top. Thank you, Thomas. Clean it up, fellas. Come on. Work it out. That's going to put Mark Henry up into that 5 spot. Travis Jones right there with him, though. They're battling for that last podium spot. Watch it in the Jconcepts wave. Right here across our finish, please. Thank you. Jack Mulligan working his way up to the 8th spot out of the 13th. So it's halfway. It's Matty Long in that 1 spot. Will in 2. Cody Bryant in the 3. Nate Bentley in the 4. Mark Henry in the 5. Travis Jones in the 6. Blaze in the 7. Jack Mulligan in the 8. Carl in the 9. Lucina in the 10. And Gloop in the 11. Jack, that's the leader on you. Thank you. All right, Nate and Will battling back and forth for that 2 spot as they head into the Flashpoint step up. Nate's in the green and white. Will in the blue and red. Nate in the 2 spot. Will in the 3. Will looking the inside. Couldn't make it stick there. He had to check it up. 3 minutes left to go. Nate able to pull away a little bit as he comes down the front straight. Into the first turn dip. Cross town they go. Nate trying to pull away from Will. Maddie Long, your leader. She's heading on to the front start straight now. Last time by, she had about a 20-second lead over the rest of the field. Nate able to separate himself from Will. But Will's got to keep the gas down because here comes Cody Bryant. Cody Bryant in that 4th spot. Travis Jones in the 5 spot. Will coming through the 6-pack now. Cody Bryant right behind him. Minute 45 left to go. Mark Henry finding himself into the 5th place spot. Travis Jones down to 6. Help right here across start finish. Clear. .110 left to go in this one. Matty Long had it from the tone. Nate Bentley in the 2 spot. Will in the 3. Cody Bryant in the 4. Mark Henry in the 5. Travis Jones on the outside looking in. Just trying to catch up to Mark Henry. That's the battle heading in behind Matty Long in the RC Supercross. Oh, Mark Henry getting it wrong. That's going to let Travis Jones by. .30 seconds to go. Tightest battle is between Travis and Mark Henry. Oh, Travis getting a 6-pack wrong. Mark Henry going to make his way back up into the 5 spot with 10 seconds left. Race to the line. Carl caught at the line in the 8th spot. Jack Mulligan comes by in the 9th spot. Cody Bryant taking the 3 spot. Will gonna take the 4 spot. Your winner, Matty Long. Mark Henry gonna take the 5th spot. Travis Jones in the 6. Nate in the 2. Buccina coming around to finish up. And that's your race.
The race is completed.
Down here with Matty Long, congratulations on a win. You start to finish led that entire race. How's the track shaping up for you?
The track is okay. It's got a good groove, but it's also really loose.
So Lutz was just telling us that when you're in the groove, it's got a lot of traction. But when you get outside of the groove, it's very, very loose. Is that how you felt too?
Yeah.
So you had a great weekend. I was hoping that you would do this well. I was excited to get to talk to you. I have a LCRC cookie from Amy's Custom Cookies for you for winning your race. Are there people that you want to thank for getting you here?
My mom, my dad, Rusty, my sponsors, Associated, Jconcepts, Nitro Pro. There's probably, I'm missing some, but
it's hard to be on the spot. But I was rooting for you all weekend. It's fun to be watching for someone to do well that is not only a good racer but nice to deal with. And so thanks for coming and congratulations on a great weekend.
Thank you.
All right. Drivers, let's roll it out and get your hot lap. Watch it through the six-pack there. In the 8th spot, Adam Drake. In the 7th spot, Spencer Hecker. In the 6th spot, Chase Lemieux. In the 5th spot, Joe Bornhorst. In the 4th spot, Jared Wiggins. In the 3, Ryan Mayfield. In the 2, and your TQ, Ryan Lutz.
All right. We got all of our marshals. Marshals, look alive. Drivers on the tone. Nice and easy through the dip. Lutz already with a second gap. Lutz looking for the trifecta here, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Oh, big melee at the end of the
up
Supercross
on two wheels
section.
as they come to the start straight there.
Oh, what happened to Mayfield? Mayfield all the way back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mayfield back to the 7.
Him and Lutz got up on two wheels and he rolled over.
Oh, Bourdon getting upside down coming out of the six-pack. Minute 15 in, 8:45 to go. Lutz, Wiggins, Bornhorst, Lemieux, Hackert, Sousa, and Mayfield.
Wiggins trying to keep Lutz in his sights. Bornhorst not letting the top two try to get away. They head on to the start straight now.
Oh, Mayfield two-wheeling again, but saving at that time. Must be an awful rut over there. They're running right on the edge. Lutz coming across the stripe. Wiggins not far behind. 1.5 the gap. Then it's another 1.7 back to Bornhorst. 2.5 back to Heckert. Sosa, Lemieux, Mayfield, bumper to bumper. Staub, Schufelt, and Drake rounding out your top 10.
That battle heading on to start straight now.
Battle is for 4, 5, 6, 7. That's Sousa, Heckert, Lemieux, and Mayfield. Oh, Mayfield getting upside down up in the top deck of the switchbacks.
Just under 7 minutes left to go in this one.
Track is definitely getting tricky.
Wiggins was 1.5 seconds back from Lutz last time by. Half second this time.
Yeah, Wiggins making up a little ground on the Lutzinator. Four down, 6 to go. Expert E-Buggy A-Main.
Top two heading through the switchbacks now into the RC Supercross.
Oh, Wiggins gaining major ground coming out of the Supercross section.
Wiggins trying to stick his nose in there, see if he can get it.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, here they come into the first turn dip. Cross town they go. Into the Jconcepts.
Oh, Wiggins making a move.
Wiggins sliding on it underneath.
Makes the move and shuts the door. Wow, what a move from Wiggins. We'll see if Lutz has anything to counter. Bornhorst in a solid third. Lemieux, Sousa, Heckert, Staub, and Mayfield. Then it's Schufelt, Drake, Bourdon, and Manchanda.
Lutz looking the outside of Wiggins, trying to make it back by.
Oh, I missed it.
Lutz right there, look, trying to stick a nose in. Wiggins having none of it, closing the door on Lutz. Here they come out of the rollers. Wiggins able to open up a little bit of a gap. Just over 4 minutes to go.
Oh, so close. So close coming down to the front straightaway.
Oh, they tapped.
No, they're all right. They're going to work it out. That's what professionals do. I love it. Meanwhile, Bornhorst is going to capitalize on that little bobble. Oh, Bornhorst getting into the back end of Lutz. He's going to have to give that one back. That's why they're professionals. I love it.
Love how they can just go a turn or two and give it right back.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody stays where they were. It's nice.
Well, like you said earlier, they race with each other almost every weekend all year long, so it pays to get along and be courteous.
Wiggins in that top spot. Lutz into Bornhorst in 3. They head through the Supercross.
I'm pretty sure Wiggins is not checking out, but he's gapping him a little bit.
Looks like he's pulling. He's got a strong E-buggy.
Wiggins has been strong all day.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, then we got Spencer in that 4 spot. Mark Sosa in the 5. Chase Lemieux, Mayfield in the 7.
Oh, somebody cartwheeling. It was Sousa. So Mayfield now moving up a spot. All over the back door of Lemieux. Heckert getting it wrong. Lemieux and Mayfield both getting by. Mayfield all over the back door of Lemieux coming down into the dip. Oh, he's trying to jump over him. Meanwhile, Heckert throwing it in there, making the pass on Mayfield. Whew. Oh, Lemieux and Heckert wheel to wheel coming into the last turn of the lap. Mayfield capitalizing on that. 2 minutes to go.
2 to go. It's Wiggins in 1, Lutz 2, Born Horse 3, Mayfield 4, and Chase finishing out the podium. Spencer Heckard in that 6th spot. Mark Sosa in the 7.
Oh, meanwhile, up front, looked like Lutz needing a little marshal help coming underneath the crossover. Born Horse now right back on his back bumper. Minute 25 to go.
And Wiggins is checked out. He's opened up a good gap. 6 seconds last time by. And I think he even got more this time. Oh, Wiggins with a little trouble there.
Wiggins across the stripe, looking for Lutz. Lutz now only 4.7 back with 1 minute to go. Bornhorst all over the back door Lutz. Bornhorst always was an e-buggy guy.
$30 seconds to go.
I think Wiggins can do it, Ed. I do. They're on their final lap. All he's got to do is hold it together.
I think he can do it. As he's coming across
3,
town.
2, 1. That's
into
time.
the Jconcepts waves.
Manchanda getting caught at the line. Race to the line.
Jared Wiggins going to come around to take the win.
Wiggins going to take it. Lutz in the 2 spot. Bornhorst going to finish up 3rd. Mayfield making a great comeback to the 4 spot. Young Chase Lemieux bringing home the e-buggy in the 5 spot. Then it's going to be Heckert and the Drake going to bring her home in 7th. Sousa going to make 8th. Young Drayton Staub going to bring her home in the 9 spot. And that's a race. And that is also the conclusion of the action on the track at the 2024 Mugen Challenge. Thanks to everybody for coming out. Greatly appreciate your support. If I could have Jared Wiggins to the Jconcepts hospitality tent, please. Once again, if you could help us, please share area before you pack up and go, or as you pack up and go. We'll greatly appreciate the support there. Makes our life a lot easier over the course of the next couple days. Again, if you have trash. And before anyone even asks,
Okay, sorry about that. Are we on? Toby, are we on? Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Jared had a little technical issue, but you were telling us about the Nitro Buggy, and that race I was watching that. You were really good, but you had to make a couple changes to your setup that worked out for e-buggy.
Yeah, my car was just a little bit soft. The traction came up a lot. It was grooved up and it was hot, so just stiffened my shock package up a little bit and changed to a different tire, and it was good. Yeah.
You looked really good. Ryan Lutz tried to make a little push for you at the end, but he didn't have anything for you. You looked good the entire end of that race there.
Yeah, I got out to a pretty big lead, and then when there were like a minute and a half left, I was like, all right, I got to do like 3 more laps. And the last lap definitely wasn't the cleanest. I was just trying to stay on the wheels. So I see Ryan did a really quick last lap, so I did like 35.3 or something. But I just tried to keep my gap up, and I knew that it just had to finish it out. So.
Yeah, and you were so clean that you had enough room that it was fine that he did a fast lap because you had it already in the bag. Congratulations, thank you for coming, and good job this weekend.
Thanks again.
Okay, guys, we're going to get started with the awards presentation over here at the driver's stand. Directly following, we will have a 2-lap powder puff race if we have some interest in that. We will kick off our awards with the 10 scale A main. So if everyone who is top 5 will have awards for top 5 could start getting their things ready and heading towards the podium grass. We will get started in just a minute.